Hello, I am Jacques Torres from Jacques Torres Chocolates, Mr. Chocolate. I want to show you how to temper chocolates. When you buy chocolates, chocolate is very shiny and you heard that noise, very snappy. If you break it, it will snap. So that means that all the molecules of fat are all together forming a chain. When you melt the chocolates, those molecules of fat separate and don't come back together except if you put some piece of chocolates whole into the melted chocolates, or if you don't melt all the chocolates. This is what I want to show you today. So I put here 2 pounds. I'm going to put about 2.5 pounds, maybe a little bit more than 2 pounds chocolates. And in the microwave, 20 seconds at a time. Every time you put it, 20 seconds. Very important is to stir in between and then put it back. Now, what you're going to use is 3 tools that I always use with chocolates. One going to be a laser thermometer, or if you're like me, a little bit of a James Bond, you have the cool thermometer. Look at that. You click on the back and you have the temperature here. This is great. Secret weapon. Second is an immersion blender. That's going to help us to mix the chocolate together. Third one, when the chocolate cools down, I love to use a hair dryer. You don't have to buy a pink one or a purple one, any color you want. Okay, so now I stir it, as I tell you earlier, and I put it back. I cannot tell you how many times we're going to do that, but what I can do is show you when it's time to stop and to mix it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. Okay, now as you can see, the chocolate is melted, but I still have some lumps. So inside those lumps, the molecules of fat are together. Around, they break down. To put them back together, I'm going to mix all that together. I'm going to put it first in a cold bowl before I mix it. So to mix it together, I use an immersion blender and just break down all those little pieces. Now, time to time, check the temperature with your thermometer. You can also use the regular thermometer that go inside the chocolates. This is more cool. So as you can see here, the chocolate starts drying already. It's not completely dry, but it starts drying in less than a minute. This chocolate is ready to be molded. Now that I show you how to temper chocolates, I want to show you how to use a plastic mold and mold it with chocolates. Ladle the chocolates into the mold. Be sure that the chocolate go all the way to the rim. Then you have to reverse the mold. Do it on top of a bowl, otherwise you will have chocolates everywhere. Then with a scraper, scrape the extra chocolates. So you see now the chocolate is just on the side of the mold. Reverse that and put it in a pastry rack. But also you can do a lollipop. The lollipop is going to be one piece. So all we need to do here is take some chocolates, scrape it, and put the chocolates into the lollipop mold. Be careful to don't go higher than the mold. Now, the chocolate doesn't go all the way to the side. So what you do, you tap it on your table a few times, like that. Chocolate is ready now. We can put the lollipop stick, turn them so they are well coated with the chocolates. And then now I'm going to put that in the fridge for a few minutes and it's going to be ready to get unmolded. Now you understand that, of course, this is dark chocolate, but if you have white chocolate, it will be exactly the same. But what I want to show you is how to mold with 2 different chocolates. So, the mold, a little brush, and white chocolates. Take a little bit of the white chocolates and then paint, like I have a hat here, so I'm going to paint the hat. Now that the chocolate starts crystallizing, all I have to do is pour some chocolate, some dark chocolates or milk chocolates on top. Then you can leave it like that if you just need the head of Madame Rabbit, or you can put the stick of the lollipop. And then in the fridge. I want to show you one more thing. Very easy. White chocolates, mold, drizzle the white chocolates on the mold like that, in any pattern. It's called the graffiti chick. I just make up the name. You see, it's graffiti. So we wait until the chocolate starts to dry a little bit, and then we're going to fill it with dark chocolate. Graffiti chicks. The way to mold them is taking the dark chocolates and just put the chocolates on top like that. Then tap tap to be sure that the chocolate go everywhere. Take the spatula and scrape everything extra back to the bowl. Now for the rabbit, you can make it, you can fill it, but it will be very heavy. So for that, I like to also make what we call a hollow figure, is put the chocolates in and then empty it. So this one, I'm going to mold it only once to show you that you can control the thickness by how many times you're going to mold them. This is the magic moment. When everything comes out of the refrigerator, just take them, take the mold, reverse it, press on top. Sometimes it come out, you see how fast it come out. Now, this is Madame Rabbit, 1 and 2. Now, the other lollipops, just take them by the stick, bend the mold a little bit, and they come out. Then we have the graffiti chicks. Just press on top of the mold and then they come out. Look how cute is that. I love it. And then the rabbit that I mold only one coat. So this one you have to be a little bit more careful. It will be a little bit more fragile. The last thing that I want to show you is how to assemble the 2 pieces of the egg or the 2 pieces of the rabbit. In order to do that, take the hair dryer, warm up a side of a tray. Okay, like that. Take one side of the rabbit, move it this way, put it there, put the other side, move it slowly. Okay, when everywhere it starts melting, take this one and put it on top. And you have a beautiful 3D rabbit. If the bottom is not straight, just straight it up like that. Now for the egg, we're going to do exactly the same way. One side, the other side. Take the 2 together and assemble them. Now if you want the egg to stand up, what you can do is melt the bottom a little bit. You don't have to melt too much. Still on the warm tray. Now you have a little flat surface under it. And it will hold by itself. When you put a mold in the fridge, I cannot tell you how long it's going to take because it really depends on the thickness of the chocolates and how cold is the refrigerator. But if you look at not inside but outside of the mold, you will see the chocolate retracting and the air coming through. When you see that, it's time to take the mold out. So just when you see that the chocolate is retracting. And that was how to mold with chocolates. Merci.